Welcome to the Bad Mom Show, where we flip the script on shame, shed light on what's made you feel invisible, and take your story back. It is time to step into that bold, baddie mom you were created to be. Around here, BAD stands for blessed, already approved of, and divinely designed, because you are not a bad mom. You are a leader. You were chosen for your family on purpose. You are divinely designed and anointed as the heart of your home, and you can confidently own your mantle of leadership as a fiery woman to lead with boldness, not burnout. This is your space to reclaim the parts of your story that have felt like weaknesses and discover they were actually your superpowers all along. It is time to shine as a BAD mom. Are you with me? Let's go. Well, hey, friends, and welcome back to the Bad Mom Show. I am super excited to have you here today. I am sharing part 2 of my interview with Trisha Richardson, who is a personal style and etiquette expert. Last week, we dove into personal style. This week, we are discussing all things etiquette. So get your ear pods in, grab your coffee, go for a walk, and get ready to learn some really cool tips that you can start applying in everyday life, not just in business, but as moms too. So, are you ready? Let's go. Let's talk about the etiquette side of things because I love this so much. And it really is, I believe, going to become more and more relevant. You even mentioned, you can share, it's been in the news. I know that there are some very popular influencers and celebrity people that focus on etiquette. And you've actually gone and studied and trained with Mika Meyer. Did you study in London?
And New York and London. We did it out of London mostly. She at the time was out of the Plaza Hotel.
Yes.
Now she has moved to London. And I studied with William Hanson with the English Manor out of
Ah,
London. So
I love this so much because it truly is this lost art, and I love that it's coming back. And especially in this digital age with AI and people really becoming isolated,
mhm.
I believe that getting in rooms, being connected, um, is going to be more important than ever because truly that is how we're created. God made us for community and connection. He did not create us for isolation. So we cannot heal, we cannot grow, we can't produce. We are here to be producers and creators. We can't do those things in our little silo hiding away in our
Yeah,
room and never come out.
yeah,
And especially with kids these days, they're staring at a screen, and I really enforce it with my own children. Eye contact, handshake, like these things matter. And so that was something that I really connected with you on too. My mother would love this because she was about all things ladylike, delicate, dainty.
yeah.
She loved manners, but it's not just manners, as we were talking about. So let's talk about etiquette and just this gift, this art.
Yeah. One reason I even added etiquette into my business is because I would have women who were trying to develop friendships or they were networking for business or they were hosting clients. And I even had a few people just DM me saying, "Do you have any advice for hosting dinners?" And this was early on after I had started my business. And I started thinking that I wanted women to show up and feel completely confident in both their style and the way to navigate the world. So again, the spotlight was on their gifts, what they were bringing to the table, whether, that was hosting the soccer team, hosting a business dinner, whatever their skill set was for the moment. They had this great foundation that was exactly what it is. It's a foundation so that you're not worried about things. You've got them in place. So that's why I decided to take the etiquette courses. And it allows women to show up confidently when I'm teaching networking skills to women to enhance that entry into the conference. They're confident to get in there and get going. welcoming people into their homes, how to do that, how to set a table properly, or just being a great host wherever you find yourself. That
Yes.
that was kind of my main goal of
I
adding
love
both style and etiquette.
Yes, they go hand in hand. And truly, like you were saying, when you go to an event or even just showing up at my mom's group or something like that, we're all immediately self-conscious. We're already thinking about how we're walking in, who do we talk to, what do we say? I mean, the dreaded question of what do you do? What do you do? How do I answer that question? Um, but before that even happens, if your style is reflecting the energy you want to give off, and then you walk in confidently and know how to give a handshake and how to introduce yourself, it takes a lot of pressure off the plate, right?
It does. It boosts your confidence. And that's the last thing you're worried about because you know how to handle these situations.
Yeah. And when we were talking, you had mentioned that etiquette really is a form of kindness.
Mhm. It is. Um, etiquette, yes, there are some rules, but those rules are to be broken in order to make people feel at home and at ease. And etiquette is all about kindness. It's putting others first, yourself second. It's it's honoring and showing respect to others. And even if that means breaking those rules our grandmothers taught us and our mothers to make people feel at home, that's
Yes.
important.
Totally. And I know, like, I love to host people, but sometimes I feel very overwhelmed by it. And I feel like if etiquette sounds like a bunch of rules that you have to learn and it sounds overwhelming, it's not, right?
It's not. It's not. It's very methodical. It's your introduction. When you're introducing yourself, the best way to do it is start with a greeting, your name, and then context as to why you're in the room. And
Mm.
so that's just kind of an easy little formula to follow. If you're in a business setting, it is better to use your first and last name. But if you're walking into your mom group for the first time, maybe make it more casual and just use your first name. But, just, good morning. I'm Trisha Richardson. I'm sharing my ideas of style and etiquette today. It's just easy, but practice that over and over before you walk in a room so that your nerves don't maybe eat up your name or you rush through it and they don't hear it. So it's just simple things like that that can just make you feel more confident.
I love that. And I think that even helps with the like, what do you do question, because I know that trips people up really fit before they even open their mouth. They're like, oh, well, first I'm a mom, but then I do this and that. And then nobody's listening.
Yeah. Well, and working on your elevator pitch,
Yes.
just have a sentence or two that's easy that you can roll off. That's important. And a lot of this just takes a little mindset shift before you walk into a room, rehearse what you do or how you want that pitch to sound. It's very important.
Yes. Let's talk about along etiquette, just body language too. Isn't that important?
Yes. Shoulders back, level. I know, as I'm sitting here.
I
Um,
know. It's like I'm hunched.
Shoulders back, eye contact when you walk in a room facing forward. We tend to walk in a room and we'll turn around and close the door. Practice grabbing the door behind you as you walk in, especially if you're entering a boardroom somewhere or a meeting, whether it's the PTO meeting you're going to, a fundraiser, a nonprofit meeting, walk in keeping that eye contact and forward facing. And when you're walking into a meeting, make sure you look organized. Don't have papers all falling out of your file, or you're walking in with a purse and your purse has stuff hanging all over it and it's packed full and heavy and clunky and making noises. Those little nuances are so valuable. and walk in carrying everything in your left hand so you can reach out with your right hand and do that shake with great eye contact and just know it's just seamless.
I loved that tip when you showed us that at the event. I never had thought about that. And I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I always do carry my bag in my hand or your phone. And then you have to switch hands now you're fumbling. What if I drop my phone probably 10 times a day? So now I drop my phone and now it's like, oh, now the introduction feels awkward. And it's like,
Exactly.
it's like guardrails, I feel like. It really just,
That's a
it,
great way to describe it. I love that.
it just kind of I don't know. I love some guardrails. It just kind of keeps you in place. Like, okay, like
It
there's room
does.
for me to move in this, but like these are the things, these are the parameters, I guess, that you kind of operate in. And then just like you said, it's a kindness. Even if somebody else doesn't know how to extend it to you back, you're communicating, your energy is communicating that. And I think it even helps others become more aware of their body language that way.
Absolutely. So,
Hey, friend. Thank you so much for being here and following the Bad Mom Show. I would love to hear from you, so let's connect. After the show, send me a DM and let me know what's hitting home for you. What do you struggle with the most as a mom? And what topics would you like to hear more about? This show is all about connection in the community because that is how we truly grow. So, reach out to me at the Teresa Todd on Instagram, Facebook, or even TikTok, and I cannot wait to hear from you. In like a home setting, because I really am intrigued by this. I'm like, maybe you need to come here and we do an event with like how to be a great hostess. Now you split time, but you are in Mississippi, and I will say when I went to Mississippi, it was next level. I could feel the difference there. There is a level of um, how you show up and being a great hostess. There was, I mean, just such kindness. I felt very like welcome. People were so inviting, but I could
yeah.
tell I was amongst some ladies that were trained to how to be a good hostess, um, style, all the things, how you present yourself, how you show up. That might not have been taught to you as a child. That might not be ingrained in you so well. So you might feel like you don't even know how to hold your fork at dinner. So how are you ever going to possibly host anybody in your home? What are some tips that you help women with that don't feel like they know how to be a great hostess?
When I start out, I am not a cook. I do not cook. So I don't want people to feel like they have to have this 5 course meal and it has to be all fancy. No, order some pizzas, have some chips and dip, you know,
Hollywood.
do a little salad, nothing fancy. We are so busy. The point is being together and
Yes.
just enjoying each other's company. And so that is the biggest tip I say. Don't let the meal be the obstacle of you getting together. You know, I I joke I'm the credit card chef because I don't cook well, but I love to have people in my home. And so I just know my go-to menus at local places and order it, pick it up. And, it's become a running joke with all my friends that I'm not going to cook. But that's the biggest thing. Don't let that meal be the obstacle. And then also don't let thinking you have to have the best china or you have to sit around a table. The best parties we've ever had take place in the living room around the kitchen island. And some of the most fun are just having heavy hors d'oeuvres where you do just hang out in the kitchen and you visit and the kids are running in the background and you've got things for them to do and you depending on the age of the kids you've got safety parameters so that you can kind of come and go from the conversation. But nothing's harder than when your kids are running around and you're trying to sit at a table and so hosting the family is the most valuable part, and that's where friendships grow and those connections grow. So make your party fit the people you're hosting and get rid of the notion that it has to be around a table.
Ah, I love that. That's so freeing because yes, in my head, I'm already picturing like the formal dining table. And, yes, that could be fun once in a while if you really want to go all out. But the most important part is gathering. And truly, that is something that we need more than ever in this digital age. AI cannot replace human connection. It just can't.
Yeah.
And like you said, being a great hostess is just being a welcoming environment. And I love that. Don't have a sit down 5 course meal with children running around
And
because
even going, hosting everybody at a park
yeah,
or a little campground and grilling burgers and that kind of stuff. Think outside of the box of how you can get people together, especially with kids. I'm in a different stage of life now where, my kids are grown and gone and we're welcoming grandkids. So, it's think of which stage you are and what fits your demographic the
yes,
best. But don't give up that hosting. Um, it's just so vital for your family's health, your children's health, your health. Those connections are too important. And that is one thing that I look back on, even with my kids, is that we always had people in our home because we needed those connections. And that was pre pandemic times. So I
yeah,
can only imagine now how it is.
yes. And don't be afraid to invite people over. Like, who cares if your house isn't perfectly decorated or put together? Nobody cares.
Have something for them to drink, have something for them to nibble on, and just have fun.
Yeah.
That
Ah,
that's the beginning of it.
that's so good. It really is. It's just like be a human. Just, just be
Yeah,
a human.
I
We need
know.
each other. Be the one to invite if nobody else is inviting. And it might feel uncomfortable, but hey, put on a color that makes you feel confident, right? And just open your doors.
That's right. And even if you can't host it in your home, don't hesitate to invite somebody out to dinner to meet for dinner. That's always a great option.
Oh, I love that too. It truly is. It's about the connection. It's about kindness. It really
Yeah,
is. It's not about you. It's about honoring them and building that relationship.
100%.
Mm, I love it. Oh my goodness. I feel like I could talk about this stuff all day. I really do. It's just a beautiful gift that you have. And I love your heart and you're such like your voice is so calming. And I feel like I would love to have you over in my closet. So I'm going to put everything in the show notes, but where can people find you? Because I love that you work virtually and in person. How can
Yes.
people find you?
And TrishaRichardson.com is my website. Trisha Richardson Style on Instagram. And they can always email me just at Trisha Richardson Style at Gmail. But DM me on Instagram. I would love to talk. And if you just have questions about etiquette or something to wear, I'm here.
Ah, you really are. She's so genuine. Like this is who she is. And you really are an open book. I remember you were wearing, I love you got to follow her on Instagram because she does these cute little like style tips. And you were on vacation and I was like, what are those clogs? I need those clogs. You're like, here. You were so great. And I totally bought them.
Are they the most comfortable shoes?
Gosh, I can't, I'm like, it's Florida, so I'm not wearing clogs right now, but I can't wait for the quote
Yeah.
fall. Hey, we
Yeah.
still have some fall clothes down here, and it does get cool enough to wear some fall attire. So they're
I do
so
have it. Oh, they're so comfortable.
so yes, you got to go find her. Is there any last thoughts that you like to leave our audience with, or anything else to share?
Just that our bodies they're pieces of art. God made art when he made our bodies, and everybody's beautiful. And I hope everybody gets to a point where they can embrace that beauty and that art form that God has given us.
Hmm. Amen to that. It's so true. Don't hide it. Yeah. Don't
So
compare it. All those things.
everybody's beautiful in their
Yes.
own.
Well, you're so beautiful, and I love your heart. You're beautiful inside and out, and it really does shine and show through you how you present yourself. But you just have
Thank
such a
you.
kindness about you, and I just am so
Thank
grateful
you.
that we met.
I'm
And
so glad you grabbed me at the end of
no,
that
I
conference,
was
and we
like,
were
I
like,
can't
"Oh
with
my
her
gosh!"
because
So
I understood your heart for it, and I was like, yes, this stuff matters. I mean, style is so much more than just clothes and trends. It truly is a reflection of your heart and your identity, and God wants you to shine. You're meant to be a beacon of hope on a hill, you know? Shine brightly in every room that you walk into, even if it's in your own kitchen and it's just the
that's
two
right.
kids, you
That
know?
is, I mean, it's so true.
Yes.
So
So
thank you for having me because I've been very excited about this, and I do love our connection. It was just an instant conversation.
yes, that was all God. I love it. And
Yeah,
hey, stay tuned. Maybe we'll have a little live event here. I'm just saying, it'll be really
that would
fun.
be fun. My friend in Tampa would love it.
I'm like, you even have a friend here. We have to make this happen. I think we
So,
might. It's gonna happen.
yeah.
All right. Well, Trisha, thank
Okay.
you so
Thank
much.
you.
And just remember to be subscribed to the Bad Mom Show. New episodes drop every Wednesday. And please go find Trisha and share this with a friend because we all need this episode. We need the tips, but we also need the reminder about our style being a reflection of who we are. And to hey, go invite a friend over or go meet them somewhere and practice your etiquette, being kind.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks so much.
Okay, we'll be in touch.
All right, bye.